Go.
Okay, Shalom, giving all praises to
Power
Yahweh,
by Shem, Yahushua, by Shem Kwadash.
double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, I came out there that pushes word in truth and sincerity. Once again, we are here on a Saturday on the highways and the byways to push the word of the Lord, to gather the hope for the elect. Even though we don't have a large amount of people around us, but we got the YouTube, and that's where we get our followers from, you know what I mean? People will walk past and they will inquire, but they don't stay around too long. But the people on the internet, they stay around. So without further ado, we're gonna get into the downfall of the so-called white man. But before we get into this, we gotta understand something. Before you get there, get Jeremiah 51:7. Because you got these different Hamitic nations, they call them Africans now, that's bucking up against Esau. Like what you see in Niger, it's really called nigger. But they call it Niger just to be politically correct. And we see what's going on over in Maui and all these different places over in Africa where they don't want the European nations over there no more, draining them from their resources, robbing and pillaging, spoiling them. So they want them out. So they had a so-called military coup where the military got rid of the puppet government of France. Here it is, they rich in resources, uranium, all the kind of resources, gold, copper, but these people over there is fucking living poor, man. So who's reaping the benefits? The French government. So they want them out. So it's a military coup. So now Russia told them, listen, we will give you all kind of military weapons you need, and they pledged their lines to Russia. So now, get Jeremiah 51:7 real quick.
This is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 7. And it says, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand.
Babylon, which is America, which is spiritually Babylon, has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. And what I mean by that is, the Lord has used the philosophies of these Edomites in America to spread their filth on the four corners of the earth. And all who consent and take on the forms of philosophies that Esau is pushing, mainly his democracy, suffer all kind of pain and angst, where they women receive that feminist bullshit. Now you gotta accept Moism, you gotta accept the alphabet community, you gotta accept all manner of wickedness just to receive an aid or a package of trillions of dollars, billions of dollars from the so-called white man to accept his bullshit. These nations have accepted that. Read.
It says, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken.
That make all the earth drunken. Read.
The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad.
The nations they became drunken, and they have drunken of the wine, the philosophies, that Babylonian juice, that democracy. Therefore, the nations are mad, because why? They turned their nations upside down. Now you see in Iran a woman on the telephone pole twerking. You see over in these different countries where they don't tolerate that shit, the women protesting and bucking up, taking their hijabs off, you know what I mean? Wearing their breasts out, having their breasts out, you know, cleavage up, not their breasts out literally, but their cleavage showing. That's, you know, they don't dress like that over there in the Middle East. But that's what democracy brings. See, these nations are pissed off over that. The westernization of these different Middle Eastern countries, you know what I'm saying? They don't want that no more, man. These different African nations, you know what I'm saying? So-called African nations. They don't want that. Yeah, bring it up.
Habakkuk 2, verse 5 says, yea, also because he transgressed by wine.
He transgressed by wine. What's that wine? These different philosophies that he's pushing. Them unrighteous decrees. Pursuant to Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. He's pushing these unrighteous decrees that these different nations, they take it because they in fear of the U.S. military, and then after a while, they see that this shit is bringing the demise of their society, and after a while, they start dealing with different nations like China and Russia. They start accumulating different weapons, and now They looking at Esau like, hey, listen, man, I ain't got to deal with you no more, man. I got the back of this country, I got the back of that country, and they got the same power that you got. So I ain't got to deal with you no more, man. And they treating me justly. They ain't robbing me. They treat me justly, man. You know, such as China and Russia. Because China been over there in Africa, in them so-called African nations, building them nations up, man. Of course, at a fee, but they not robbing and stealing. What they doing is treating them justly, man. Same thing with the Russians, man. The Russian counterparts of Esau. And not all of them Russians over there are Edomites, man. You gotta understand something. Yeah, bro.
Hey, quick. This is an article from Vanguard. I just read over there. It says Vladimir Putin, the Russian president, says the Russian government has written off the $23 billion debt burden of African countries.
Because what he's trying to do is then establishing a relationship. So that's what you do. You trying to establish and gain somebody's confidence. You write off their debt, man. $23 trillion or $23 billion debt. He wrote up like that. Now then he told them, don't worry about it. I will supply you with any kind of military hardware you need.
He wrote off the debt.
He wrote the debt up. I'm saying that's an excellent thing. And then he told them, listen, I would supply you with any kind of military hardware you need. And that's in the scriptures, in Ezekiel 37th chapter, that he will become a guard unto them. He's going to guard them and protect them against the West and the hegemony of the West. Why do you think, all right, November 1st is going to come around, whereas these different nations and the BRICS nations is going to launch their currency, which is $55 or $50 compared to $1 US, because the US dollar is not backed by anything.
I think it's 55.
But the BRICS currency is backed by silver and gold and other natural resources. So you got to understand something. These nations are sick and tired of that Babylon juice that they've been drinking. They drinking of that, and that hangover is ferocious, man. That hangover is crazy, man. The hangover is your women bucking up against you. It destroys the family structure. They got Boism over there, transgenderism. You turn around, you got women bucking up, taking their hijabs off, you know what I'm saying, and talking about they got women's rights. They're trying to drive. All this shit that the American government, for that FRN, that's not worth nothing, that they're giving them military aid and all that, it's not worth anything, and they taking that and swallowing it down. Now they're saying that, listen, what does it benefit me? You know, yeah, bro.
All right, so it says, Habakkuk 2 verse 5, it says, yea, also, because he transgressed by wine, he's a proud man, neither keep it at home.
This devil's proud as hell, man, because he's military, man. So he's proud because he got the military might. He got the satellites up in the ozone, above the ozone layer or under the ozone layer. So he feel that he can watch and hear everything you do. He feel he's God. So he's a proud man. And even do he keep it at home? He's in all these different nations, man. And France is a part of that beast system. France is a part of the 7 heads, man. So they over there, and these different African countries stealing their resources. They got military garrisons over this, as well as the Americans, man. So, yeah, bro.
It says, neither keep it at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell.
He enlarged his desire as hell, man. They over there stealing all the natural resources, the lithium, the uranium, the silver, the gold, the copper, the grain, and everything that these devils get their hands on, their grubby paws on, they stealing it, man. Anything these devils get their grubby paws on, they stealing it and taking it for themselves, man. And meanwhile, the people over there, that the land is full of all these riches, they impoverished, man. How that look? And these different nations are starting to see that shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro.
It says, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied.
And this devil could never be satisfied, man. He's going to continue to plunder, spoil, pillage, rob, rape, and murder.
Is it for Android?
Yeah, like this the box.
I like the box. Yeah, the box.
Yeah, because you know, that's what they do. They're the rape, rob, pillage, and murder. Yeah, bro.
It says, and it says, death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
And that's what they do. That's why all these different nations are sick and tired of sick and tired of America and their policies, man. They don't want to have nothing to do with America no more, man. That's why they all dropping the dollar and going with the BRICS. And you got 40 or 50 different nations that's put their application in to join the BRICS, man. And America is pissed off at that. Why do you think they trying to evade? They got the Canadian Army and the U.S. Army invading Haiti because they put their application in to join the BRICS. And what they did was that's not a game. What they did was the military over there overthrew the puppet government that was in cahoots with the Edomite government, the Edomites.
Right.
So now it's a problem. And we look at Mexico. Mexico had a big problem with the drug cartels for years. And the American government did build up the drug cartels, exchanged weapons, drugs. How do you think the drugs came into America? So now all of a sudden, the Mexican government is not playing ball with America. They don't want to accept the GMO crops no more, the GMO seeds. They don't want to. They put their application in to join the BRICS. Now all of a sudden, we have to go over there to quell the violence and stop the Mexican drug cartels, man. Meanwhile, this is going on for centuries. This is going on for years, man.
Yeah, it's going on for years because before they made it before they put the prohibition on cocaine, narcotics, and shit like that, you know, they was doing business. The Coca-Cola was doing business with them. How you think and Coca-Cola gave Santa Claus his color,
Yeah, right.
the red coat or whatever. You know what I mean? But and the dentist, the medical field was using it too for like the dentist or whatever for pain relief and shit like that.
Good. Okay, bro. You got more.
It says, "Shall not all these take up a parable against him,
Hey, yeah, bro.
and a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his."
Calling him, the taunted proverb is calling him the great Satan, you know, the thief, you know, calling him all kind of proverbs and taunting,
Telling the truth
words,
about it.
but they're telling the truth.
Speak with a forked tongue.
You the great Satan.
Right.
You speak with a forked tongue, meaning you say one thing to do another. They tired of all this shit. All these nations are starting to see that. Why? Because this internet is busting your secrets wide open, and all these different nations look, and the Lord is allowing these different nations to see you what the hell you are, man. We know you the devil. Now these different nations know you the devil. Now they don't want to deal with you. So now you got your panties in a bunch. Now you want to gather your army together and do your. That's the only thing you know, because you've been given the blessing of the sword. So once nobody want to play ball with you no more, oh listen, you know what? All right, I'm gonna go bust a cap in your ass, put you back in line. Yeah, brother.
This is Nahum 3 verse 5, and it says, "Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face."
This is talking about ancient Assyria, Nineveh. You know what I'm saying? But the modern day Nineveh is America. So read it again.
This is Nahum chapter 3 verse 5. It says, "Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face."
And that's what's happening.
It says, "And I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame."
What's the shame of America? Slavery, the Trail of Tears, the slaughtering of the Native Americans almost to an extinction, the lynching in the beach, the buffaloes, or you name it, man. The Indian Removal Act, all kind of atrocities you committed against your people, man. The KKK, burning crosses of people's land, taking them out, lynching them. See, when people are starting to realize the American government is the true terrorists, right along with their gutter rats, the Israelis, they're the true terrorists. People are starting to realize that. They're coming to realization that America and the Israeli government are the true terrorists. The Mossad and the CIA. Y'all are the true terrorists, man. You're bringing your economic hitmen. They do whatever it takes to destabilize another region or another nation. That's because you take their resources. All these nations are starting to see that. Why do you think these different African nations are starting to buck up against your fucking bullshit? Yeah, bro. So back in Isaiah, what you want, Zephaniah, right? So yeah, hold that real quick because he got more right here. So you got something else?
I was gonna get Isaiah 47, but
Hey, get Isaiah 47. Then we go back to that. No, this don't matter. Keep the priestess rolling.
yeah. This is Isaiah chapter 47, verse 3. This is what I originally wanted. It says, actually, I'm gonna start at 1. Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1. It says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon."
Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. That dust represents confusion. Read.
It says, "Sit on the ground, there is no throne."
Sit on the ground, there is no throne. That means you're going to be taken out of your rulership. You're going to be taken out of your power seat. The Lord's going to bring you and take you out of your power seat, man. You're going to be right now you're in a confused state, but soon you're going to be taken out of your power seat. That's what's to sit on the ground. There is no throne. There's no throne for you, man. The only thing that's for you is slavery. Fucking red bitch. Yeah, bro.
O daughter of the Chaldeans.
O daughter of the ancient Chaldeans, the modern day Chaldeans are the Council of 13.
Says, "For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate."
But thou shalt be no more be called tender and delicate, because America has not been invaded by a foreign force, man. Sure, they had wars, but the war that was fought on America was a civil war from the north and the south. But it has never been invaded, even though they got bombed. Because during the time of World War II by Pearl Harbor, but that's not actual, that's a military base. We talk about being bombed with civilians and being caught up in the casualties, man. Yeah, bro.
It says, "Take the millstone and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers."
All your secrets, everything from your Illuminati secrecy, started with Adam Weishaupt, and all your plans, what you're gonna do, your Federal Reserve. Everybody's finding out it's not federal. It's probably owned by former international bankers that set up. See, the War of 1812 was about taking over the resources of America. But what happened was, it was put on hold because the president that was ruling at that time, the president that was ruling and the Congress that was ruling at that time was not with that. So they tried with the League of Nations in the early part of the 1900s. They didn't come to pass. Then they tried it with the Federal Reserve Act, and it was passed, man.
Yeah, they even tried to off Andrew Jackson, but it was a misfire, some shit, right? A gun jam or misfire, some shit.
Yeah, during the time of War of 1812, because he was not trying to give with the banks the sovereignty of America to the Federal Reserve, to the international bankers, which are the Rothschilds. So all wars are bankers' wars, man. All wars are wars that's fought by bankers, man. It has nothing to do with territory or whatever. It's about setting what is it called again? What all these banks have, so all these different nations have. They have
Central banks?
Yes, central banks, but America is not called a central bank like all these different European nations. It's called the Federal Reserve, which is nothing but a central bank. You know? We are not ignorant of Satan's devices. 2 Corinthians 2:11. We see what's going on. Yeah, bro, bring it up more.
It says, "Thy nakedness shall be uncovered."
And your nakedness is definitely being uncovered, man. Your democracy, your plans, your agendas, what you are doing, your Babylonian money magic system, creating money out of thin air, creating these different wars, supporting. Here it is, you're supporting Ukraine, and you got homeless people. All go downtown, Midtown Manhattan. You see homeless people. Go to California and Florida. You see a bunch of homeless people out there. But meanwhile, you're giving billions of dollars to the Ukrainian government.
You have people sleeping in front of Union Station in D.C., the nation's capital, in tents.
That's right.
I don't know if it's switched, but they didn't have no shelter system like how they got in New York, where a person could get in a shelter, stay a long time, and then get a crib. They gave them tents out there, so
It's
you got
called-
people sleeping in tents.
It's called a
in
tent
DC.
community.
Yeah, because even with the job I work for, because I work for a medical company, and they help provide asylum to refugees. But because so much is coming in, and they got no space to put them, they're starting to kick some of them out. You know, just sometime last week we had to go around to a few of the rooms and tell them you got 60 days to get out of here. It's either you go back to where you came from, or you go figure out if you have family here, because they're coming in at such a rate. Like, we will even have a room. It could be like a room, like some of the rooms have like 13 guys in it, 15 guys, and they mix them up. Some of them will speak Spanish, some of them speak French. So it's almost set up like a prison system, you know. And then even some of them, they still be outside of the front doing gang shit. But it's like, and it was saying it, it's going to be a big wave of more of them coming in. But as they're coming in, they're kicking them out.
But that's it. They don't give a fuck about you, man. It's not about the votes, man. So you out there voting Democratic or being a Republican, you a fool, man. You an asshole. Because they don't care about you. It's all about the resources. It's all about the wealth and putting money in their own pockets, man. Yeah, bro.
It says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
Because how the Lord's going to take vengeance? Isaiah the 63rd chapter, the first verse, man. Somebody get that real quick? Because the Lord going to come. When you crack them skies, you bring a death, destruction, and deliverance, man. 63 and 1. That's how he said he's gonna take vengeance. He's not gonna meet you as a man. How is he gonna meet you? As that pure angelic force, man. That conquering force. And he's gonna make sure he beat the shit out you. He's gonna make sure you fight, because you're gonna see that angelic force, and you're gonna be so afraid, but so until 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter on down. But the Most High gonna put the spirit of you to fight, because if you surrender, you gonna become tributary. Nah, the Lord don't want you to surrender. He wanna fuck you up. Therefore, once he fuck you up, he make you fight. He gonna fuck you up. He gonna snatch you up and put your ass in slavery where you belong. Yeah, bro, read that.
It's Isaiah. You have it,
That's Zephaniah.
Yeah, no. So we gonna bring that. After we gonna bring that up right here. Yeah,
It's
bro.
Isaiah chapter 63, verse 1. It says, who is this that cometh from Edom, with dyed garments from Basra?
Who was that's Yahweh Shah? Coming from Edom with dyed garments from Basra. Now Basra was a capital city that Edom, Esau, was running back in the ancient world, but the modern day Basra was America. So the Lord gonna come with his ships, cracking them skies, bringing death, destruction, and deliverance, right along with them ICBM nuclear missiles, hypersonic missiles, supersonic missiles, the laser beams. And we see chariots all over the place, man. So the Lord is visiting the land. The eyes of the Lord is upon the sinful kingdom, man. That was going into the wicked jakes back in the days, but you could equate that with America now to this day. Esau, Edom. Yeah, bro.
It says, this that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength.
This is that's glorious in the parable, traveling in the greatness of his strength. Talking about them chariots, man. That big father ship. That he's gonna come with the other angels, with the archangel Michael, plus the other angels coming in them smaller ships to wreak havoc, to do battle against Esau and fuck you up, devil. You see what I'm saying? He gonna fuck you up, devil, real vicious. You gonna get victimized. You like victimizing people? But guess what? The Lord's gonna victimize you, red bastard. Yeah, bro.
It says, I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. It says, wherefore art thou red in thine apparel?
Because the Most High is gonna fuck you, devils. And that's why I said, wherefore you. It's a metaphor of being red in his apparel, more the bloodshed. When you go into Jeremiah 25 verse 33, it said the slave of the Lord gonna be one end of the earth to the next, man. When you go to Isaiah 66 and 15, it's about the slave of the Lord gonna be from one end of the earth to the next, man. Roughly paraphrasing that scripture, man. The Lord's gonna do damage, much damage. He's gonna fuck you up, Esau. He's going to put you in slavery. He's going to put you in a situation where you can't get out. Even though, and then you're going to be so scared, because you're going to, the Lord's going, nah, man. You've been so filled up with pride with your military, you've been given the blessing of the sword, nah, you're going to fight. The Lord going to put that spirit on you to fight, man. Just so he can fuck you up. Yeah, brother.
This is Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 4. It says, I will lay those cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord.
The Lord's going to lay these cities waste. But how? Hold that, read that right here in Zephaniah.
This is Zephaniah 1 and verse 14. The great day of the Lord is near, it is near, and hasteth greatly.
What's the great day of the Lord? When the Lord cracked them skies, when the Lord put the spirit on these different nations, pursuant to Jeremiah 50 and 9, that come up against you devils, man. The Russian Edomite counterparts gonna come up against the American counterpart Esau, Edomites, and they're gonna shoot missiles on each other, right on with their different allies. And you gutter rats that call yourself Israelis, you're gonna be a desolate wilderness. And the American government gonna be a desolate wilderness. The only thing about the two different nations, Israel is gonna be built up again by the first fruits of slaves. Going into Isaiah the 24th chapter, the 19th verse on down, where the Lord's going to punish the host of the high ones, who are the international bankers. There's no escaping the judgment of the Lord. There's no escaping the justice and the judgment of the Lord. Yeah, bro.
The great day of the Lord is near, it is near.
And that great day of the Lord is thermonuclear destruction. The day of the Lord is thermonuclear destruction to concentrate fire from them chariots. To do a speedy riddance of Esau Edom's empire. It's only going to take 1 hour. Yeah, bro.
And hasteth greatly.
And the haste of greatly. Read.
Even the voice of the day of the Lord,
Which are the prophets of the Lord out here prophesying the downfall of Esau's kingdom, his empire. Yeah, read, bro.
the mighty man shall cry there bitterly.
The mighty men of Esau's military and all the other militaries across the four corners of the earth is going to cry bitterly. Why? Because the Most High going to put the spirit on them to fight them. It's not going to be Esau only that's going to be trying to fight, do battle with the angels. Pursuant to 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, it's all the armies of Esau and the Confederates and all the armies of the earth coming up against Yahweh Shah. That's why he had many crowns in the head, because he did away with all the different nations and their militaries. You see? Yeah, bro.
That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress.
That's a day of wrath and trouble and distress. Esau's going to be in distress. He's going to be filled with trouble, because the wrath of the Lord is going to be upon this bitch. Yeah, brother.
A day of wasteness and desolation.
What's going to bring wasteness and desolation, thermonuclear destruction, and concentrated fire from them chariots when Yahweh Shah cracked them skies? Are you understand? Are you comprehending?
A day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness.
Yeah, bro.
Finish?
Yeah.
All right. A day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities.
A day of the trumpet. That last trumpet is going to be blown is in Revelation with the 7th trumpet, which is thermonuclear destruction upon this city, which is upon America, man. The Golden City. Yeah, bro.
And against the high towers.
And against the high towers. The military of Esau and its infrastructure. Its empire. Yeah, brother.
And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men.
And the Lord's going to bring distress upon men, that they should walk like blind men. Now the distress is already upon these men, because they're trying to figure a way to uplift the economy, keep the U.S. dollar as the world reserve currency, but they can't, because everything is collapsing, everything is crumbling. November 1st, but they're going to launch the BRICS currency. And we're going to see what's happening. We're going to see what happens to the U.S. dollar from that day forward. It's going to be heavy. Yeah, bro.
Because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung.
Yeah, that's what it says in Isaiah, the 29th chapter, the 24th chapter. Matter of fact, Jeremiah, I brought it out, 25 verse 33. The slaying of the Lord from one end of the earth to the next, man. There's no getting around this. These are prophecies that's going to come to pass, and when they come to pass, you're going to know that a prophet have been amongst you because we've been telling you these things, man. You got more?
Oh yeah. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them. That's my horn. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them.
Going into the international bank and started with the Rothschilds, the Oppenheimers, the Vanderbilts, the Rockefellers, man. All your silver and gold is not going to save you, man. Because the Lord gonna put the spirit on these Russians and these Moabites and the rest of the nations that come up against you, not to take any payments, man. So that silver and gold is going to be worthless. Only thing the Lord's going to acquire is your ass. Yeah, brother.
Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath.
Neither shall your silver nor your gold go deliver you in the day of the Lord's wrath. Why? Because the Lord don't want no silver nor no gold. You cannot reference the Lord. The Lord wants your ass.
But the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy.
But the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of the Lord's jealousy, which is thermonuclear destruction and concentrated fire from them chariots, man.
Yeah. For he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land.
So he's going to make a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land of America, which is Babylon, which is spiritually Egypt, which is spiritually Sodom and Gomorrah. Somebody get Malachi the first chapter 4:1, because what's going to happen is this place is going to burn. It's going to burn. Burn, Babylon, burn.
I got you.
Yeah, come.
That burn, baby, burn. Malachi 4:1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven.
The day cometh that shall burn as an oven. How the day is going to burn as an oven? It's not going to be burning like a regular oven. It's going to burn from thermonuclear destruction, concentrated fire from them chariots, man. Yahweh Shai is going to make a speedy riddance of this land, man. The day is going to burn. Read, brother. Papa Michelle.
It says, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble.
And all the proud, Esau, Edom, the Moabites, that's proud, 2/3 of you Negroes, especially in America, that's proud, that do wickedly, shall be stubble. You know what stubble is? You see a piece of wood burning, right? You see it's not on fire, but it's red. That's stubble. Could be rekindled at any time we blow upon it. Yeah, bro.
It says, look at the word stubble. Oh, for stubble, they got the word there, quash. They got stubble. They got chaff.
Chaff is same thing. Chaff is shalom, shalom, shalom. Shalom, bro. Chaff is that stubble. I'm saying that wood that's been burning. Yeah, brother. Because America is going to burn, and there's nothing that's going to prevent America from being destroyed. It's prophecy. So you people keep thinking that America, with its so-called, oh, that will never happen. America got a very powerful military. Okay, their military is being revealed over in Ukraine as being nothing, a bunch of hype, a bunch of fluff and puff.
Got a real quick sister to back up the stubble part. Psalms 104 says the ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind driveth away.
What's the chaff? That stubble, and the wind drive away, which is the ashes like blowing in the wind.
That nuclear winter's gonna take that shit.
That's right. That beast of destruction is going to sweep you away out of your rulership. Your empire is going to crumble, and there's nothing you can do about it. And the international events, you know. And this Esau thing is driving you Edomites crazy, because now you got these Edomite women coming on, doing shows on Psalms 137, but leaving out. She's talking about the death baby against the stone. I got a problem with that, but leaving out Esau, Edom.
So there's scripture on Psalm 34:7.
Yeah, also Romans.
That's about we was just talking about on the way here to camp.
About Psalm about you. She's bringing out. Oh, I got a problem with dashing baby's head against the stone, but she didn't read up. Talking about Esau, Edom. Remember all the children of Edom. Also, she brought out Romans I think the 8th for the
The
9th
whole
chapter.
thing is, wait a minute, what's wrong with dashing a nigga's head in the stones?
Right.
If the Lord said, them that will not obey me, bring them before me and I'll slay their ass.
And then she also brought out how it was like Jacob had by love, Esau had by hater. She didn't bring that up, but she read below that, you know, left that above, and you know, cause I'm quite sure she read the whole scripture, but she brought it the point she wanted to bring out, and this Esau Edom thing, and she like, oh, she understand that, oh, the Edomites, you know, she brought out the part of fit for destruction and the part of that the Most High made upright and the part of that He made that's not upright. She like, yo, why would the Lord do that? You know, but you can't question the Lord, and she was getting into it. You could tell she was scared.
Well, look, the problem is, the whole fuck up started the moment she picked up the Bible and said, I'm going to take it upon myself to get this interpretation. Because scriptures tell you that the Most High deprived women of wisdom. So a woman trying to come in these scriptures, a woman operates off feelings and emotion. You need logic and reason dealing with this book. This is an Eastern book with Eastern customs and traditions, but we're brought up in the Western world. And you're a woman, okay?
But you gotta understand something real quick. You could tell from the scripture she brought out that she been watching the Hebrew Israelites. And this Esau thing, she wanted to find out about Esau. You could tell, because you know, you got these Edomite Christians that watch this as well.
She was Edomite?
Edomite Christian, yeah.
Okay.
That's why she was bothered by the Esau thing. She could have been an Edomite, but if you look at it on the spiritual side, the Lord gave her understanding of who Esau is and how they're going to be destroyed. Maybe she's a Jake in the Edomite-looking body. Or maybe she just a straight Esau that the Most High recruited to her, I guess to put fear in her and let her know she's going to be destroyed and going to be enslaved on the other side. You know? Yeah, brother.
It says, shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
So you Edomites, you're not going to come back. You're not going to be destroyed. Then your nephew come back in the power and bring forth the nation of Esau again, the nation of Edom again. Nah, the Lord's going to leave you neither root nor branch. You're going to be utterly destroyed. There's no remedy for you. You can't come back. You can't think of ways of going into the International Space Station, going deep underground bunkers, going into your underwater retreats, and trying to survive, because the Lord said you're going to underwater retreats, He going to command Leviathan to bite your ass. Yeah, brother, bring it out.
This is Revelation 18 verse 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall utterly burn with fire, for strong is the Lord who judgeth her.
Hey, Zechariah the 14th chapter, the 12th verse, man. The plagues that's coming, the ultimate plague is thermonuclear destruction. You can't get around it, devil. That's the end result of your empire and you being punished. How you gonna be punished? You're gonna be the first fruits of slaves, pursuant to Isaiah the 24th chapter, the 19th verse on down, 24 and 19. Also Ezekiel 39 verse 14, where the Lord gonna sever out continuing employment. That employment means slavery. So you devils, they gotta come into you. Yeah, brother.
I got a quick precept to back you up, because it said it should leave them neither root nor branch. It's twofold, right?
Okay.
Now the blade of glass should be left upon America, but like you said, there's not going to be any families and none of that, right? Now this is the book of Genesis chapter 49 verse 22. Joseph is a fruitful bough, even a fruitful bough by a well whose branches run over the wall, right? Remember, neither root nor branch. Now when you go into T4T, translation of that same scripture, it says, Joseph, you will have many descendants. Their children will be as many as the fruit of a vine near a spring of water, whose branches extend over a wall.
That's right.
So roots, branch is going to, your kindred, your family. That's why the Lord said the root and the offspring of David. Out of Alexander came a wicked root. So
was his offspring that came behind him. But you gotta understand something, man. These devils think that they're gonna come back. That's why they planning. That's why these devils got these dumb, deep underground military bunkers. They got these out of space retreats. That's why do you think? Why do you exactly? Why do you think Jeff Bezos, whoever that dude was, that went into that had the men going into space, old men going into space? And they saw, and while they up there going around, they saw chariots zooming by, but they ain't ever bring that out. They ain't even mention it. Why? Because they was testing to see how long they could last up there. Oh man, in the 70s and 80s, how long they could last out of space. But guess what? You go up there, the angel of the Lord gonna snatch you out of that place and put you in chains and bring you back to the earth and put you in slavery. That's what's going to happen to you. So you can keep on thinking that you're going to dig it deep into the earth, thinking you're going to outsmart the Most High. Hey, Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, bitch. Do your thing. Build your outer space retreats, your underwater, retreats, whatever you got. Your deep underground bunkers. Do all that.
They got the mountains. I think it's a mountain shit.
Like Iron Mountain, yeah. It's called Iron Mountain, yeah. Do all that, man. When you got 2 million people that can live in that mountain, do all that, man. But guess what? I mean, New Jerusalem, which is representing the elect coming down from the heavens out of them chariots, when they come back, I've been watching out, all these been over here and be a part of that. Guess what's going to happen to you? You're going to be rounded up, and chains are going to be put on your red ass neck, your red ass ankles, your red ass wrists, and your red ass waist, and you're going to be tossed head first.
Red ass eyeballs.
Yep, right into slavery.
This is Amos 9:2. Though they dig into hell, hence shall my hand take them.
That's right. Though you dig into hell, them deep underground military bunkers, the hand of the Lord's going to take hold of you. What's the hand of the Lord? His servants, the prophets, the men, the elect, the first fruits, the aristocrats, those that fit the rule. They're going to take you and put you in slavery, man. You're going to be the first fruit. You got the first fruits of the governing body of Yahweh Shai, then you got the first fruits of slaves, which are the intellectual bankers. Dig that.
Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down.
Though they climb to heaven, the international space stations, your outer space retreats, whatever you got up there playing that we don't know about, the Lord know about it. And guess what? In due time, his servants gonna know about it. We gonna go up there and fuck you up and take you out of your fucking comfort zone and put you in a position of difficulty, which is slavery.
It says, you gotta remember, there's some of these Edomites, they never had to clock in nothing in day in their life. Now you gotta wake up shit like a clock in, or they never did that day in their life. All they had was pleasure, luxury. So to go from that to all of a sudden,
being a servant,
here's this big ass rock, chip it out, put it on your back, and take it 1,000 miles just cause it's gonna fuck them up. Hey, but that's what we're gonna, because the scripture says we're gonna meditate terror. The same way they plotted and schemed on us, made alligators shoot out of our children, we're gonna be doing the same thing for the righteousness, all right? It says, verse 3, and though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence, and though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them.
That's them underground, under the water. They got these little different civilizations. Show you that in Dubai. How they got that underwater retreat where you can see the it's like hotels underwater. You can see the sharks and all kind of marine life, and it's miles they can walk through. They got that in Dubai, and they also got hotels under there, underwater. So you ain't gonna escape the judgment of the Lord. You wanna say something about it?
I think it's on the island. The palm. I think it's on the palm.
The palm, yeah, it's called the palm, yeah. It's called the palm, yeah. So you're not gonna escape.
They got they got also like man-made islands.
Yeah.
They're making their own islands.
It's called the palm, yeah, the palm. That's what they mean, man-made island, yeah.
Wow.
Quick precept.
Come on, bring it out.
It says, Psalm chapter 139, verse 8. It says, if I ascend up into heaven, thou art there. If I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there.
What's hell? The ground, underground. It's not a such thing as hell where the devil with a trident fork in his hand poking at you. No, it's talking about being underground, in the deep underground military bunkers, man. The Lord is there. He's going to take you and snatch you out of that shit, man. That's what it's talking about. Read it again, Babu Bashar, bro. These fucking Christians, they bugged out, man.
This is Psalm chapter 139, verse 8. And it says, if I ascend up into heaven, thou art there.
With some international space stations that they got, them outer space retreats that they done built for themselves. You know, the Most High is there. The angels are there. They're gonna come snatch you out of your comfort zone and bring you back to the earth and enslave you. Yeah, brother.
It says, if I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there.
The Lord's gonna be there to snatch you out of that comfort zone. Who's gonna do it? The Lord gonna use his men to do that, man. So, and the men are gonna have spiritual power. So you're not gonna be, you're gonna try to fight, and buck up, but you're gonna get your ass handed to you. You're gonna get victimized. We're gonna victimize you and put chains on you and make sure you in order. You bow down. And you gonna look, I ain't bowing down to these niggas, because you gonna be still filled with pride. But we gonna beat the pride out you. Like you beat our heritage and our culture out of us.
Psalms 149 and 8.
You guys, yeah, bro.
Obadiah 1 verse 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble.
The house of, read that again.
And the house of Jacob shall be a fire.
Which represent the southern kingdom. Judah, Benjamin, Levi is gonna be a fire. Read.
And the house of Joseph a flame.
Which represents synonymous between Ephraim and the Latin tribes.
Right.
Which is gonna be a flame, and they're gonna devour you. So what you eat them, you're gonna be devoured, beat down, trampled underfoot, get your ass handed to you, victimized, get done vicious like. Yeah, bro.
And the house of Esau for stubble.
And the house of Esau, you wrecked bastards for stubble. All these different nations, you see what's going to happen is when they see the power of the Yahweh, while Yahweh shout, these different nations are going to fall in line. But Esau is going to be a defiant spirit and still going to try to fight just to get his ass handed to him. Real vicious like. And we got to purge out the rebels of our people in the wilderness. But guess what? It's all a part of the script. It's all a part of prophecy, man. Yeah, brother. Anybody got something else?
Psalms 149 and 8. Actually, let me read. I saw that 5. It says, "Let the saints." Psalms 149 and 5. "Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds."
We ain't doing that now. That's talking about the future part. That's about the kingdom. We're the saints of the Most High, which are the sons of Israel, are rejoicing and giving praise to the Lord Yahweh while Yahweh Shah, we wake up in the morning. Brakatah Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, we get to lay in the bed all day if we want to. Yeah, brother.
It says, "Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth."
Brakatah Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, the water Lord for delivering us, the water Lord for giving us, for blessing us with the kingdom, being joint heirs with Yahweh Shah. Yeah, brother.
"And a two-edged sword in their hand."
And by our bed, we're gonna pick that two-edged sword up. And what we're gonna do is, we're gonna bring vengeance upon the people that afflicted us.
The two-edged sword, like Amawala was saying, you know, a one-edged sword is,
You can got this.
but a two-edged sword is quick.
Yeah.
That's how we're gonna be. You know what I mean?
We're gonna bring vengeance upon you. So we're gonna slice from the left to the right. And we're gonna cut to the marrows of the bone. Yeah, bro.
It said, "To execute vengeance upon the heathen."
To execute vengeance upon the heathen. What's that vengeance? All these different nations, you read the history of the Israelites, all these different nations have afflicted us. Read the book of Judges. Going back to, after when, see, holy hell was brought upon us after Solomon went off. Once Solomon went off, the Most High break the kingdom, all these different nations rose up against us and started conquering, putting us in slavery. Read the history. Yeah, brother.
"And punishment upon the people."
And punishment upon the people, all you men, all you different nations that afflicted us, guess what? Judgment is coming for you.
And I can't wait till we go back to swords, man. Guns are pussy.
That's right.
You know, when we have a sword, that shit is personal.
That's right.
And we're gonna be doing, get a chance to show off our skills. Like, in them anime movies, they zoom in, he just go like this, run past you, and next thing you know,
Blood.
We just fall apart. It's like, we gonna be doing that for real. Just go buy some, then they fall apart.
Because
Go have them powers.
when you go back to the ancient world, garments robed in blood, that was personal. You look the man eye to eye before you stabbed him, before you cut his head off,
Yeah, that
before you
shit
cut a
was
limb
fun
off,
too,
man.
Battle of the words and confused noise.
But this war is going to be with burning flames of fire.
You
The
know
Lord's
what?
going to fuck you devils up, man.
You know
Yeah,
what,
brother.
too, brother? If wars were like fought like how they were back then, there would be less of them.
Hell yeah.
Because then the king will have to consider like that. Because this pussy ass shit, you send a drone half across the earth. That's bullshit. If you have to meet up on a battlefield with the king there present, he's gonna think and shit. That's how come when we did that history lesson, the young kings, they were more eager to go into battle.
Yeah.
But an old man, he was considering a lot of things before because he had to be there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that it would be far less of those, man.
And to prove what you're saying, when King David got old and well stricken in age, he was still on the battlefield.
On the battlefield.
And guess what? He almost got slain. But they was like, nah, you ain't going back out. You ain't coming out here no more, man.
Kind of lost his step after
He lost a step and shit, so they was like,
killing like 50,000 dudes. You're gonna lose a little step.
yeah. See, he's older than he's
Gonna slow down a
well.
little
He was
bit.
well stricken in age, so
That
he lost a
50,000
step.
body, you kind of slow up.
He lost a step, and then one of the captain of his host slew the man that tried to slay David, and he was like, nah, man, you ain't coming out the battle no more, man.
Yeah, and he still want the war.
He was like, nah, you crazy? I'm coming out, man.
yeah, that's
Let's
like-
show you.
That's like them Jakes that will refuse to retire.
Yeah.
Tom Brady, like, what are you still doing? He just, I can't sleep. I gotta.
That's all I know.
That's why his woman left him, because she was like, you can't retire and give your time to me? All right.
He's a man of war.
Yeah.
You know?
He's a gladiator.
Right. It says, verse 6, let the high praise of the Most High be in their mouth, and the two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathens and punishment upon the people.
To execute vengeance upon the heathen of all these different nations and punishment upon the people that afflicted us. You're not going to escape. None of you nations, you Moabites, you Hamites, you Ammonites, you Japhethites, you Edomites, Ishmaelites, Amalekites, you're not going to escape.
It says, to bind their kings with chains and their bodies with fetters of iron.
Oh, you're going to be bounded up. You're going to have chains on your red ass ankles and your red ass wrists. You're going to be walking. Your neck.
Hey, brother, we're gonna be taking booty.
It could.
You'll put him to death, taking the wife over your shoulder, just kicking her feet up, you just holding her like that,
Smacking her hand to shut her up, pat
shut
her
up.
up.
You know what I mean? Well, I don't know if you're gonna do that just yet because she has to go through the ritual.
Yeah, come.
But you know what I mean? You got some brothers, two of them. You know what I mean? Just don't go back to that manly type.
That's right.
Like, you know what I mean? Fun, like conquering.
That's right.
You know? That spirit is fading more and more every day as they fagocize men, make them more and more feminine. To where, like, you can't even have no bass in your voice, you know, cross your legs on the train, all type of weird shit. But when the kingdom gets back established, that's going to be a fun thing. We conquering and killing and taking booty and shit.
Hey.
Show your shoulder, you.
Hey, man, being that you said that, right, it was a picture of Will Smith and his wife. Now, Will Smith had his legs crossed like a woman. And Jada Pinkett Smith had her legs open like a man. Like,
I saw that.
I'm like, yo.
They didn't know that the roles have changed. They had that with the new Lord of the Rings. They did a whole remake, and the main person was a woman.
The House of Dragons, right?
No, not House of Dragons. Lord of the Rings with Gadriel.
Oh,
Now,
brother.
in the book, Gadriel is very feminine. She's that feminine lady that was in the original Lord of the Rings. The elf with the blonde hair, she was all feminine and dainty. And then they did a whole remake,
Made her a fucking
put battle
tough bitch.
armor on her. But guess what, brother? When she was on the magazine, she was sitting with her legs open like that. So that's letting you know that they tell you that the woman now should embrace that role.
She represented masculine energy.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the apostle. Oh, whoa. Apostle Ron up here too. He got to be here.
I'm surprised the Apostle recording. She normally sings by us. But
Yeah,
go
good.
ahead.
This is Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5, and it says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword.
And where that perpetual hatred come from, you gotta go back to Jacob and Esau, man. Even that, before that, spiritually, if you understand reincarnation,
I got
you gotta go to
Genesis
Cain and
3.
Esau, man. Cain, so like
Cain
Cain and I said Cain and Esau. Cain and Abel, man. Cain slew his brother because he had a perpetual hatred. He was jealous of his brother. And what happened? You reincarnated to the upper time to Jacob and Esau, the same thing, man. Yeah, brother.
To back you up, Genesis 3 and 15. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed.
Now the woman represents Israel,
Right,
right?
because woman can't have seed.
That's right. So the woman represents Israel. Thy seed was represent Esau. I'm saying Israel, and your seed was represent Esau, Edom, man.
Sons of the wicked.
The sons of the wicked. Back then, Cain was the son known as the sons of the wicked. But once he lost his pigment, and when he came back in reincarnation, all his descendants had that same look that he had. You got a spiritual eye, you can see that. You know?
And to prove it, it says, it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel.
That's right. Jacob is the end of the Esau is the end of the world. Jacob that was followers. Jacob held the head of Esau, man.
So this prophecy was thousands of years in the making.
That's right, come.
Before Jacob even stepped foot on the scene, it was prophesied that they will hold the heel, everything is going to play out, it's going to play out.
That's right. This is the Lord's movie, man. We just playing out the Lord's movie. In the fourth dimension, America has already been destroyed. We just playing out the prophecies, man. We just living out the prophecies. We see prophecies coming to pass every day, man.
Yeah, because when John the Revelator saw it, like the Most High again put them in the other dimension, it was already taking place. So they were seeing it, the force field around them, and he's just describing it the best way he could.
That's right. With the technology they had back then, and the knowledge they had back then. But now when we see wasting for talent, we know that's a nuclear warhead, man. So you gotta understand, you gotta use the technology they had, and you gotta be, and also the spirit gotta be on you. You gotta be spiritually, how can I say, spiritually inspired to break these scriptures down, man.
Spiritually inclined.
Spiritually inclined.
And you know what too? Everything has its purpose, because back then was a time when people writing things down in order to, we're not doing that now. You shouldn't be making no books, but our time now is to interpret the books. Interpret the books. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't back then for them to interpret it. Right? It was just for them to write it, orientate it, and come back years later, and now to interpret it. You know what I'm saying? That's what's happening now.
Jeremiah 28 and 8.
Exactly.
That's right. John 15, 16. All right, it says, Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5, it says, because thou hast perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power. It says, therefore, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord. Oh, you chapter 5? All right, this is Ezekiel 35, verse 5. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity.
And it's time, well, when we first came out of the land of Egypt, who was the first nation to come against us? Amalek. All right? So, the so-called white man has always had a perpetual hatred against us, man. All right? That's why Cain wanted to slay Abel. That's why Esau wanted to slay Jacob. All right? And if you think about it, right? Think about it like this. The so-called white man today, when they talk about racist white people, they always talk about hating so-called black people. Niggers! They don't really go that hard against the other nations. They don't go that hard against Elam, Japheth, Moab. It's against you Jakes. Because it's in them, they can't help it. You know? They perfectly understand that. But you niggas can't understand it. Go ahead.
It says, in the time that their iniquity had an end, it says, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood.
And that's how this land was gotten, all right? Because guess what? The Native Americans of the tribe of Gad, they're our people, all right? So you came over there and shed their blood. Okay, that's how this land was gotten. Because if the so-called white man didn't come here, America would look like how it does in South and Central America. There'd be a lot of forests, more,
more like a paradise.
Yeah, but look how it looks now. Concrete jungle, as they would say. Okay? Skyscrapers, artificial trees, GMO everywhere. It's fucked up. Women running around half naked.
Well, this show, real quick, how America looked in the late 1600s. She was a paradise.
Yo, bro, you think about, like, right now, the Hudson River You might fall in that shit and come out of that shit with 3 eyes. It's completely polluted. But during the time of Gad, you can put your hand, drink the water, throw a spear in there, catch a fish or some shit. You know? Now the land is greatly polluted, man.
And it was according to Henry Hudson. That's an Edomite's name.
Well, I'm just saying that to identify.
I know it comes. That's the river.
Yeah.
But
But Manhattan goes back to Manhattan, which is a Native American word. So
That's right.
that's this man, man. He comes, he just done but steal, thief, kill. He doesn't create any sort of life. He's just a. Yo, we gotta bring out the 29th scroll again. Go ahead, bro.
Jeff, he just said it.
Yeah, well, we run out that 29th scroll about 3 weeks ago. We hit every point. Go ahead, man.
You know.
It says, therefore, as I live, say the Lord power,
Yeah.
I will prepare thee unto blood.
I will prepare thee on the blood. Because what does it says in the book of Numbers, 35th chapter? All right, the land cannot be cleansed of the blood unless the blood of, I don't know.
Let me just get it. Let me just get it. Numbers 35, verse 33.
Yeah. Because what Esau done, you're not going to go unpunished for, man.
Right.
You know, all this, and you know what's crazy about it? The so-called white man is still just going around shedding blood, man. You know? Any type of movie, they show you where the so-called white man goes to a land, he goes there to destroy it. The Avatar, that's the latest one with the Navi. The Navi is supposed to be Jake.
Also, when you go in that movie, Kong, I'm saying,
Kong, Skull Island.
Skull Island, you see the Jake. I mean, you see, Jake was leading the whole pack. He was the general, but it was Samuel Jackson. But when they started, why would they do this? It's a paradise. They started unleashing bombs, and when he started dropping the bombs, the Edomites started smiling like, you seen look at his face?
I said that Esau get off on that, bro.
And Kong just balled his hands up, like, all right. When he started whooping their ass, you know what I mean? But this is Numbers chapter 35, verse 33. So ye shall not pollute. It says, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defiles the land.
Blood defiles the land. Shedding innocent blood in the land defiles it. Go ahead.
And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood that is shed.
How is this land gonna be cleansed? Because the same people that came here and slaughtered those Native Americans, tribe of Gad, are gonna come back just in time for the missiles. All right, to cleanse this land. All right, reincarnate. All right, they're gonna. All those motherfuckers, the Edomites that came over and did Gad dirty, did a lot of our people dirty, taking us from Western Africa. Why you think right now there's about to be 9 billion people on the earth? That's the Most High gathering all them souls that need to be judged. There's never been this much people on the earth since ever. But these souls, they're taking them out the spirit world. Okay, judgment's coming up. Judgment's coming up. You gotta taste the missile. You gotta taste the missile. All right. And all the motherfuckers that shed the blood of our people, guess what? They're gonna taste the missile.
I got a precept. Right. This is Isaiah 21, verse 14, verse 21, and it reads. It says, "Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their father."
Wait a minute. Why would a son pay for the iniquity of a father? We know that's not supposed to be so according to the law. This is talking about reincarnation, all right? Meaning you come back as your grandchildren and your great-grandchild, okay? And that's how it works. Every 3rd or 4th generation, you come back. So no one truly escapes judgment forever, okay?
It says, Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21, "Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of his fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the earth, the world with cities."
Look at everywhere that the so-called white man has gone since he came into power as the Greeks. He wants to westernize the world, and what does that mean? Open up a nation's mind and their understanding, all right, to new and greater ways of philosophy. But guess what? That way is destructive. Okay? Look at America, look at the Middle East. You see a place ran with order and one ran with complete disorder.
That's right. And they want to bring that disorder to the Middle East because they want to conquer the whole world. And them Ishmaelites, and you know when you go back to Albert Pike's book, The 3 World Wars, what is it called? I think it's Morals and Dogma. He brought up the 3 World Wars. He prophesied about the Muslims in the West going up against each other, man. That was planned from back in the days, back in the 1800s, man.
Questions versus world war where the Christians will go against the Muslims. You know why? Because the Muslims, this is one thing they got to give Ishmael credit for, all right? He could be living a dirt poor life. And you say, yo, here's $10 million, denounce Muhammad. He's going to tell you, fuck you. Because they're not going to do it. So, yeah. They'll try, you could go over there in Dubai with a fucking, a $5 million Bugatti, leave your keys in, go to the store, you ain't got to worry about it. Because they have Sharia law. They go hard with their Quran. Now, don't get me wrong, the Quran is not but toilet paper, but even that thing tells you that we're the people of the Lord. And even in that book, they got law, statutes, and commandments, and Ishmael ain't gonna sell it for nothing. Now, you come to America, you give somebody $1, they'll do all types of nasty shit. You see what I'm saying? There's no morals here.
Right. Hey, going to Dubai, that chick that was locked up in Dubai, I saw on a TikTok that she came home today. They released her.
What's shit?
The chick that was locked up in Dubai.
Oh, the black chick?
The sassy trucker.
Oh, the black one, right?
For yelling and screaming. And yo, look at her eyes. She was like, yo, the guy's looking at her eyes. You could tell she went through a lot. She was like, I'm not going to Dubai no more. Bitch was looking bugged down in the face still. She got demons on her, bro. But she ain't look that sassy, you know what I'm saying? Because
well, you know what, bro? Dubai's gonna keep getting more money because the wealthy are saying, wait a minute, I can't live in New York City no more. I can't live in California no more. I can't be in London anymore. Because this shit is complete violence. You pretty much do whatever you want. They're gonna start going to Dubai, and that's gonna prop Dubai up because Dubai has, again, a low crime rate. And you don't need police like that because the people around that area, they could be as dirt poor, whatever. They're not gonna do. I mean, few and far between, you're gonna have a nigga, but for the most part, they, you know,
most of the people over there not
you
dirt
can't
poor.
get them to go back on their religion. So when you try to push this Western shit, Ishmael rather blow him fucking self up before they're gonna convert to the shit over here in America, man. And that's what's gonna fuel that war because guess what? The state of Israel is right on over there with Iran, and those two nations are gonna be the ones to kick it off because the scripture says the least of the flock shall draw them out. And them fucking gutter rats over there, there'll never be peace in the Middle East because they keep fucking with Syria and all these other different nations, and you're not gonna convert them to your way. You're not gonna. Ishmael's not gonna buck. And now they're allied with Russia. All right, they got bigger nations backing them, so you're gonna keep poking at them. All right, and I'll tell you this one thing: Iran does not even need nuclear missiles. All right, Iran has the Strait of Hormuz. They fucking do an EMP on the Strait of Hormuz, 25% of the world's oil won't get exported. All right,
even if they block it, it's a blockade. They could block that right there and make sure. Yeah, they did it. No. What they did was they shut it down for a little while. They shut it down for a little while and make oil skyrocket. This to show that they can do that. Oil went to like
gas went up, right?
$150 a barrel. When they did that about 4 or 5 years ago, oil skyrocketed to $150 a barrel. But now it's down to the regular barrels, the regular amount it's supposed to be. But when they shut down the Strait of Hormuz, they showed that they listen. We got power without having nuclear weapons, but now they acquired nuclear weapons. They got hypersonic missiles. Where they get the technology from? Yeah, but where they get the technology from? Why they showed that they shot up the first supersonic missile, the hypersonic missile, and Israel was all mad and pissed off about that. And America was saying, "Oh, we got sanctions on them." But where they get that technology from to do that? Huh?
Yo, I sent this video to in the chat. They got something called a mutant missile. You know about that?
The mutant missile.
The mutant missile, right? So you know how a missile has a warhead on it? The mutant missile could bend it. So it could go like this.
Okay.
A fucking mutant missile, literally going like that. Man. Look it up, bro. The mutant missile, the warhead bends. It turns and shit like.
God damn.
This thing is getting more advanced.
So there's no way that you can shoot that missile out of the sky.
It's dodging bullets.
Remember one time through the spirit I was speaking, I was like, yo, this thing is the way the Most High had the missiles is like them cartoons.
Yeah, good.
Where the bullet is following the person and it's chasing them, and the bullet even at the stop sign, let the train go by and keep going.
Right.
It sounds like we were fucking around, but you look at that mutant missile, the shit can do just that. It's stopping it. Yo,
it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, so it's
You prophesied it, brother.
huh?
You prophesied it.
Yeah. It could probably shoot out flares, man. It's only gonna get even more and more. By the time this thing kicks, man, we're gonna see some shit that's gonna look completely sci-fi, man.
I just say, Esau, you had a good run.
You got these energy weapons. Look what it did in Maui, Hawaii.
But let me get on.
Energy weapons. You see that laser that started that fire that came down in the video? that laser started the fire, so Esau started that shit, man. And now all of a sudden, you got people trying to buy up the land.
I got something. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse
Yeah,
4.
bro.
But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased.
And we see knowledge being increased right now. See, the words of the book was shut up to the end. We're in the end, so now the book is being opened. See, that's what it says in Revelation, seal not the words of this prophecy, because that prophecy is at hand. So now we know that, hey, prophecies are coming to pass. The word is not being sealed no more. The word is being opened, and we see knowledge is increasing. People traveling to and fro.
All the seals has been let loose since the Howard shot stuff. I got you. This is Revelations, the 5th chapter.
While you getting that, I'm just gonna say this. Here it is. Back in the days, it took you a month to travel from one part of the region to the other, or a year and a half to get from the Middle East to the western part of America. Now it takes you hours.
Yeah. They trying to make a rail from New York to DC that underground that can go from 30 minutes to get you to DC from New York.
Even communications, you know what I mean? Back then we used to have to be writing letters and stuff. In the Caribbean, I remember when I was small, I used to have to go to the post office, you know what I mean? To put stamps on, send, and then wait a week or two for it to get there, and then 2 weeks for them to write back to you.
Now it's email.
You know what I mean? No.
I remember when emails. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Yeah, they were saying like emails were never gonna be a thing. When it first came out, like people were gonna always use letters. And now letters
Everybody
are
using email.
Yeah.
Or just call somebody.
So that information, you know what I mean, all of that is not just in vain, you know. You saw get all of this so that word, you know what I mean, can just go through the earth, you know.
That's true, brother. Revelations 5:5. It says, because we talked about shut up the book till the end. Revelations 5:5. And one of the elders said unto me, weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book,
Right.
and to loose the 7 seals thereof.
Because the 7 seals has been released. That's why we're able to break these scriptures down. That's why we see, you know, a brother bring out a scripture, you know, or we see a prophecy come to pass, we bring it out and break down the scripture in the proper form and fashion, you know what I mean? So we understand that like the book has been, the seal has been released from the book, and the prophecies are coming to pass, and we see people traveling and knowledge is being increased. Now here it is, we got a phone in our hand. This is a working computer, a miniature-sized computer. Everything a laptop or a desktop can do, this phone can do.
It could be used as a TV remote.
It can be used as a TV remote. It can be moved. It can be used as a miniature television.
Yeah.
You know, while you traveling, you watching TV or watching whatever you want to watch.
GPS, a map.
A map, everything, man. I can go and
buy stuff.
Come on, your bank information. I can go and put in and look up ancient maps on this thing, man.
Like, remember we used to watch Knight Rider, the original one with David Hasselhoff. He used to talk to his watch. He got the iPhone. And
But that
all
goes
that.
back. That goes back to the iPhone. That goes back even further than the time of Star Trek. The iPhone.
Wait, even before that, the
Yeah,
Jetsons.
Yeah, the Jetsons. Know what I'm saying? Even before that,
Jetsons, 40s.
the Jetsons was in the that was in the 60s.
The Jetsons?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
in the
Hanna
60s.
Barbera. Yeah,
Yeah, that was in the 60s.
Hanna Barbera had all them.
The 40s was Tex Avery and Bugs Bunny and all the rest of the cartoons.
But
man.
yeah, Tex Avery used to have in the World of Tomorrow
Yeah,
cartoons.
yeah.
That's true. But yeah, you're right, 1962. Damn, that shit only lasted 1 year?
Yeah, but nah, they had, but it wasn't a favorite back then. The futuristic, they had the Jetsons, the futuristic things going on. Then they had the Flintstones. The Flintstones was more popular. It was the Flintstones was like a land back up the honeymoons.
And the thing with the Jetsons is they never had any black people, so-called.
Neither
Alright?
did-
The Flintstones too.
Nah.
But the Jetsons were saying, look, we up in the high. Them niggas are probably somewhere in the bottom. We never saw the bottom. The Jetsons.
I never seen a black person in any episode I seen on the honeymoon. Never.
Just like DuckTales, the niggas was the Beagle Boys.
Right,
And
the
they had
Rockers.
that first dog in the first episode or whatever. That was the niggas. You
know who was.
Oh, like in Lord of the Rings, the orcs are supposed to be the niggas.
Even in the Looney Tunes, Daffy Duck was a nigga.
Oh yeah.
Daffy Duck was a nigga. Oh no, not this time.
And
Not this
Melvin the
black
Martian
duck.
was a nigga too.
He's always say that. Oh yeah. Also, yeah, the Martian. Yeah. He was a nigga. Also, you had Bugs Bunny was a slick Jew from Brooklyn.
And
That get over everybody.
and Baloo, that was Farrakhan Leghorn.
Yeah. Also, Elmer Fudd was one of them. Elmer Fudd was one of them redneck crackers from the South. Then you had even Woody Woodpecker, Buzz Buzzard was a nigga. Smoking weed. Did you ever see Woody Woodpecker?
Of course.
Just loud.
You see Buzz Buzzard rolling up a blunt and shit, you know what I mean? Show you that shit, man. That was Kato was in the fucking 60s, man.
Tasmanian Devil was a nigga.
And
Yeah.
Issachar was Chili Willy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Issachar was
Chili Willy.
Speedy Gonzalez.
Speedy Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Also Speedy Gonzalez, man.
Andale.
Slowpoke Rodriguez.
Yeah, Slowpoke Rock. So that's they was taking real shots at you, Jakes out there.
Oh, yeah.
Either you a fast ass fucking it's correct to get the work done, or you a slowpoke, nobody lazy motherfucker. So
That was smoking weed and drinking bigs.
So back then, the so-called white man in his media was showing you his true how you really see people. You jakes out there. Now they're gonna water shit down and hide it. Now they're supposed to be the angel of light. But if you want to, because remember, they brought it out. A lot of the Looney Tunes cartoons, there was hella racist, Jordan with big middle lips.
You see, Bugs Bunny was a slave. Please don't beat me, master. Please don't beat me, master.
Yeah, acting like, and they put in lips.
Even
I was a master. All that crazy shit, man.
even the ice cream truck song. The original song is called A Nigga Love a Watermelon.
Wow.
So yeah, so
Frosty.
how it goes like the like the beat in the song. The song is called when you listen to it, it goes nigga love a watermelon, nigga love a watermelon.
Oh yeah.
Hey man, so hey.
Ring around the rules.
Nah, that was
I'm not Ring around.
that was a Black Death. Black Death.
Any, mini, money, more, man.
Catch a nigga by the toe.
Yeah, that's
You
what
know,
I mean.
like, wait a cotton picking minute. Wait a cotton picking minute.
Talking to.
That's going into fucking slavery, man. Wait, cotton picking minute. Who was picking cotton? Looney Tunes was. I like the Looney Tunes, but Looney Tunes was very racist though.
So Amos 3 and 7. All right, because everything now is being revealed. Whatever.
Yeah, this is Luke chapter 12, verse 2. It says, "For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known."
And you can get Obadiah made Esau bear, because guess what? Most High is revealing all the wicked atrocities that the so-called white man has done. All right. One of the things that this dude Henry Kissinger said was he hated that the internet was invented. All right, because now with the internet, everything can be pushed out there. All it takes now is one person with a camera phone to snap something. That's how we know about the Bohemian Grove. All right, and what have you. Get that out?
This is Amos 3 verse 7. Surely the Lord God will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants the prophets.
And that proves that the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone are the true prophets of the Lord, because they've been saying this thing way before a lot of shit even got out. Before the internet became so easy to look up information, they would go into libraries and all that, and on cassette tapes, going into what? The mark of the beast, being an RFID microchip. Okay, decades before it's now prominent. You see, so the Most High is going to always reveal secrets to his servants. Why? Because those servants are going to prophesy, say things before they happen. Okay? So the wicked, devilish way of the so-called white man, we're revealing it to the earth right now. Really, we shouldn't even have to tell you that this man is a devil. He has a bunch of evidence to show, but guess what? Our people have Stockholm syndrome. All right? Meaning they love their master no matter what. Some of these niggas, the Bible says turn the other cheek. Here it is, a so-called white man that burn your house down, rape, rob, and pillage your village, and you're telling your people now to turn the other cheek. Why? Because you don't understand that scripture. You got that? Maybe so big? That was it, right? Yeah. Maybe so big. Well, you can get Isaiah 47, because it's going to the same thing. All right? That the ways and atrocities of America, right, are being shown. All right? That this place is not the golden city in a sense where golden in terms of morals, can still come out this bitch and make some money, you know? That's what most people do. They come to this country, they open up a business, get their money up and go back home and live a good life. All right? But in terms of morals, America is not a golden city. Okay?
In the islands, bro, that's why a lot of persons. Most of them, they come back to
Jeremiah.
They tell them they don't want,
Yeah, I was having confused.
My bad, bro. I thought it was on the dial.
they don't want to live in America, you know what I mean? They just go there,
Yo, man.
make some money and come back here.
You
And
brothers
they know
are...
deep down,
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
you know, deep down, this is like a sore, you know what I mean? Crazy doctrines, you know what I mean? The fathers running wild, there's no moral, you know what I mean? For the kids, you know what I mean? The islands ain't perfect, but at least, you know, it have a bit more morals. You know what I mean? A bit more old-fashioned, I would say.
True, bro. You know, one thing too is you go to these other countries, America was taught with all this medical advancements. All right, people are dying young out here. But you go to these third world countries, like brother said, Jamaica, you might be in DR, anywhere in the islands, people are living to 100 plus. You know?
Cuba has some of the best medical
Right?
treatment in the whole Western Hemisphere, in the whole world,
But,
actually.
yeah, but honestly too, brother, the land was created to be our medicine, man. All right, the food, all that, you know, natural sun, everything. It all plays a part because guess what? We're one with this earth. But once you start cutting that channel off and putting stress upon the people, that's going to shorten their life. The so-called white man knows this, man. All right. So here it is. You go to a third world country, you see people. All right, they're not living super lavish. Hey, man, but they have peace. You know, and they have morals around them.
And even if you check all of the nations, majority of them, before peace or intervention, if you check how they were living, they were living at one. China, some time ago, I was going through this documentary about China. It's called Great Leap Forward. You know what I mean? Because China was always like a merchant. You know what I mean? A lot of them were farmers. You know what I mean? And Great Leap Forward was about getting them in the mindset to prepare for what Esau had coming. You know what I mean? So they kill literally millions of Chinese. You know what I mean? Who literally didn't want to go with that plan. You know what I mean? And right now, China is in their pocket.
And in America too, like I'm gonna let you brothers know this now. You brothers from the different states and different parts of the world. America is nothing but work. Nothing but work. The cost of living is very expensive. You working to pay this bill, that bill. You on vacation to work your second job. It's just fucking. It's just slavery, man. You know, I'm just being real with you. All right.
Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made Esau bare.
Right, I've made Esau bare, meaning exposed. Exposed to sins. You know? Nakedness is synonymous with sins. So all the sins of America and the ways of Esau, no matter where he dwells, has been exposed. If you can't see that the so-called white man is a devil in 2023, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Seriously. Alright?
Yeah, I have uncovered his secret places.
I've uncovered the secret places. Alright, so the Bohemian Grove. What else they have? They have the G8 meetings. Alright? The Council of 300, the Council of 13, the Council of Foreign Relations. All that shit is out there now.
Bilderberg Group.
Bilderberg Group.
But it does his secret test flights of his Area 51.
Roswell, New Mexico. They also detonate nuclear bombs underground.
And in the water.
Them
And in
idiots
the
got
water,
locked
killing all the
up.
fishes. Oh, this man's a fucking devil, man.
Top dash idiots. You always be getting on the
Top-notch idiots, yeah.
They got locked up for going to Area 51, trying to sneak in there.
I don't know what.
Top-notch idiots.
Niggas had a train.
It's an ideal name right there.
Area 51. They probably ain't shit over there now.
They probably
Yeah,
never
they got
had
a
that over
new
there.
site now that they only be probably Area 52. You don't know about it.
But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself.
Oh yeah. Speaking of doing shit in secret, I believe it was also out there where they filmed the moon landing. You know, you had President. I forget what president it was. They ordered about like 50,000 pounds of like some sort of rock, sand material. They got Stanley Kubrick. and they filmed the moon landing. They faked that shit, man.
That was in a studio. Sandy Cooper brought that out.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And he was like
And
a
he put
fake.
hints about that in the movie because that movie, The Shining, that kid had NASA on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he was always tied up with NASA, but they faked that shit. You're gonna tell me that Russia was the first to break a particular orbit, the first to send multiple people to space. When I say space, I'm talking about like 500
Under
miles
the
out.
firmament.
Yeah. But all of a sudden, America goes 10,000 times further than where Russia did, lands on the moon, which is supposed to be moving, and comes back and do it all in the first try.
And they
How
never
you
go
telling me-
back.
And then never go back. Let me tell you something. In the 1960s, the computing power they had was 1/1,000,000th the size of our current cell phone. That was the computer power. That was the best computer power back in the 60s. And they used that to go to the moon when they first tried.
In one of them beat up ass little aluminum capsules that would have exploded as soon as they got to a certain amount of not even under the firmament.
But my whole thing is, how come there was no big filming of them coming back and nothing like? Why was it so topsy secret? You know what it was too? You had that one dude. He was they actually put his ass to death because he was saying, yo, we can't fucking even get our communication through this wall. How the hell we expect to go to the moon? And you know what they did? They burned him up and his crew. And the fucking audio sounds crazy. You hear them screaming, ah, ah! They burnt them ass up because that nigga had character. He wasn't gonna settle for lying. So they had to put Buzz Aldrin, Neil Armstrong, pretty much these crackers that would be down with that whole hoax.
Yeah.
Talking about they went to the moon. They ain't go to the
They ain't go to no fucking moon. Why you never went back then, bitch?
And if I'm not mistaken, like when they supposedly planted the flag on the moon, wasn't it moving? The flag, right?
It was blowing in the wind.
Yeah.
And
But
first of all, if you on the moon,
How you planting a flag and nothing happened to the flag?
if you're on the moon, right? Here's the thing, right? If you're on the moon or any particular surface, right? You can't have a shadow. Shadows aren't perpendicular. Shadows are parallel.
There's no sun out there. How the fuck you got a shadow?
But even if you can say, okay, the sun, whatever, casts a shadow on the moon, shadows have to be parallel. You had the shadows on the of the rock were perpendicular to those that of the spaceship. The only way that's done is with artificial lighting, and they brought that out. Meaning you're in a studio.
You can't.
You can't do that with natural light.
So what about, like I said, what about the shadow? They said it was out there. The sun brings shadows. It was pitch black out there. How the fuck you get
Perfect lighting.
perfect lighting with a shadow?
and the flag was
And
moving
the
like
flag
it was
is waving.
air.
Come on, the flag, if there's no air out there,
And when you
it's
hold
gonna
on,
be dormant, it's
hold
gonna
on,
be
you
dead.
see them walking like this? They did something, right? They just sped it up to like 2 times speed, and they were just moving normal. So they were moving normal. All Stanley Kubrick did was slow down the speed to make it look like they were levitating. When you see it paid regular, it just looked like they doing regular shit. So you flew 10,000 times further than you ever did, right? Just to do donuts on the moon.
Still makes sense.
Yeah, but like, how is it they needed protection to be covered by the moon, but the flag didn't need no protection?
First of all, the moon is hot as hell. All right, that shit
Light.
is pure light.
Yep, pure light.
That moon is pure light, giving
Yep.
off an immense amount of light that you can see from thousands of miles away.
Yeah, light.
You just gonna fly upon that, and then if you see them take off, it looks so ridiculous. You ever see the video of them taking off the moon? It just like some shit pop like a little. It's so ridiculous, man.
It's a brighter light. and
Forge your
the-
life.
The moon has just like the Earth. Not like the Earth, but the moon has a brighter light.
Oh, shit.
The moon has a brighter light and a dimmer light.
I don't
You know,
know.
you
Yeah.
see the dark, but it's
I
still a
don't know.
light.
But they
it's-
wasn't here last summer.
Like the Earth has a brighter light and a dimmer light.
I'm gonna tell you something, right? You see the moon? Right now, if you look up in the sky, you can't see it, right? But if you have dark tints and you look at the dark tints, look at the reflection, you see the moon. Like I was doing this, right? I'm putting my gym bag in my car. I put my trunk down. I see the moon in my car, but I turn around, I
Can't see it. It's bright as fucking day. You
It's
can
bright as day. The sun is very bright. I can't see the moon, but I can see the moon out when I look at my car because the moon has its own light.
Yeah, a different type of light. And you know, they tell it, the way they tell the temperature of something by its color, right? By like the stars. Different stars have different colors that show how hot it is.
That's crazy,
You
okay.
know what I mean?
Get that real quick.
Job chapter 13, verse 4, it says, but ye are forgers of lies.
Yeah, so the so-called white man told nothing but fucking lies. Instead of saying, look, you know what, we couldn't make it to the moon, He rather make himself look like a goddamn fool and lie about it. Saying we got to the moon before Russia. And my whole thing is, why has no other nation went back?
Oh,
No.
went further.
Why did America didn't go back? You had the technology to go there in 69. Here it is, 2023, and you fucking red bastards never stood foot on the fucking moon no more, man.
And why the big telescope that they have there, they can't just show you the moon, like live
show me
pictures
the
of the
flag.
moon, yo.
Yeah,
You see it.
HD pictures,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Let's put that on the
Lies.
moon and let us watch.
Lies.
They
Lies.
never did that.
All lies.
We have never done that.
The moon is moving fast too.
But
Not
these devils
stationary.
will tell you planets that they're discovering trillions of miles away.
You know-
trillions of miles, but the moon is right here, yo.
You know
That's
why?
what
You know why too? That will fuck shit up. It would show that the moon and the sun is moving, and not the earth around the moon.
Right.
Because the scriptures tell you that the sun arises and goes. The sun is moving extremely fast. It circles around the earth in a day. So does the moon. But they was to bring them cameras out there, and they'll be like, "Why we can't land? Because it's moving too goddamn fast." They say, "But wait a minute, I thought we were moving fast." They'll break lies upon lies. You see what I'm saying? Scriptures is the ultimate truth. Go ahead.
It says, Job 13:4, but
Get on science false and false.
yeah, but ye are forgers of lies. You are all physicians of no value.
Yeah, because Brother Forget It was also about science falsely so called. Because you have the science of the scriptures and you got the science that the so-called white man pulls out of his ass. Alright? And the so-called white man knows that we live in a geocentric universe. What do I mean by that? Geocentric means the earth is the center of the universe. Alright? The earth is the center of the universe. It was created before the sun and the moon. Everything revolves around the earth. But the so-called white man will tell you that this thing that we're spinning around the moon and the sun and shit like that, I can't feel that. That's because relativity. You see, so he has his own bullshit science. But the scriptures, if you stick to the science of the scriptures, you see that the science of the scriptures hold supreme, and we live on a geocentric universe, man. How could we be spinning around the sun when the earth was created before the sun?
That's right.
See what I'm saying? And the moon. Like when you're drawing something, right? So you have a blank canvas. Like,
Start with the center.
there you go. You're not gonna say like, let me use this Bible. You're not gonna say, let me start a painting. Let me start right here in this corner.
We're going to start them in the
You're
middle.
gonna start in the middle. And when you look at the creation, the earth was in the center of that, in the middle. Then stars and things created around it.
That's right.
I got this is First Timothy 6:20. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust.
Yeah, the Bible. All right. Hey, man, and back then, men understood that the stars had different glories. They knew that, like, not all the stars look the same. That's what the apostles talked about. Stars had different glories. They had different, like you said, colors about them and atmospherics and stuff like that. They understood that.
Avoiding profane and vain
So
babblings.
we went to the moon. The moon landing is bullshit. Oh, flat Earth. Y'all can't believe people believe flat Earth, but guess what? That's also a thing. The Earth is flat. We're in a glass dome. The Bible says plane. See, plane.
So that means if it's an earthquake, the earth will split like a Ritz cracker in that glass dome too.
Yo, you know what caused a flat Earth? If we lived on a flat Earth, right? Then at some point or another, when you look at the sun, it wouldn't be looking like a circle. Because if we truly lived on a flat plane and not a spherical one, at some point or another, when you turn, that it shouldn't be looking like a circle. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So
The only reason it always looks like a circle, no matter where you are, any time of the day, is because we're on a sphere.
And even if no one has been out there to prove it, yo, we can use one thing that we can see for sure, which is the moon, yo, and the sun. And we can definitely see the shape of the moon, yo.
You have something called an eclipse.
Right, so why would the moon have that shape and then the earth? You know what I mean?
Everything is a ball, but the Earth
The
isn't.
earth is different,
So-
you know what I mean?
But the eclipse, right? An eclipse, when a solar eclipse or any sort of eclipse, you see the shadow of the Earth blocking out the sun or something. But it's in a circular fashion.
Exactly.
So how the fuck? Flat Earth is just ridiculous.
That's just Esau trying to discredit the Most High,
Yeah.
and discredit, you know, how the Lord laid the foundation of the earth.
And then try to tie it with the scriptures. That's the madness part about it. The Bible says plain. Stupid asses.
Avoid and profane and vain babblings.
Ladders, moon landing, reptilians,
That shit is bullshit, man.
The
Evolution.
I went to the museum sometime this week. You know they have the caveman.
half caveman, and you slowly. My whole thing is, what a nigga that's evolving now.
And that's how I got when I was a kid. When they was bringing up evolution, I raised my hand. I never forget I was in the 4th grade, and I was like, so why we don't see monkeys turn into humans no more? And she was like, oh, you disrupting the class.
Yo, I know. Brothers and sisters, because I remember in college, this was in college now. That was the 4th grade, but this is college now, and it's the same madness because she was talking about the reason we have canines is because we've evolved to tear apart meat. And I raised my hand and I said, wait a minute, what about gorillas? They have larger fangs than we do, and their primary source of food is vegetation, and or fruit bats. So
Disrupting the class right
that's
there.
why she gave me an A-, that hating ass bitch. Yeah, because she didn't have an answer to it, because that's bullshit. You didn't evolve to truth. You were made that way. See, the so-called white man tells you come from a monkey, but the Bible tells you you come from a man and a woman having sex. Which one can we observe today? That's what they say about science, right? We have to make scientific observation. Scientifically, what can I observe today? What the Bible says or what the so-called white man is telling me?
See, but the so-called white man do Charles Darwin and Darwinism was telling you that, oh, we all evolved from monkeys and apes, and I said, why are we not evolving now? The only monkey is you, because you shave a monkey's black hair off, what color is the skin gonna be?
Leopards.
And you know one thing too, they'll be like, well, we found this skull. Right? But here's the thing though.
I know this, I know.
Here's the thing though. A skull doesn't prove that it had offspring. There's no proof that this particular skull that you found had offspring. So you could just put together different skulls and shit and say this came from that kid, but there's no proof that whatever skull you found decided to have an offspring. All right? So that's bullshit.
Yup. Avoid and profane and vain babblings and oppositions of science falsely so called.
Yeah, so you know Neil deGrasse Tyson, you fucking asshole.
Nigga's an idiot, man.
He's an idiot. He's supposed to be the top. He talks mad proud and shit, and now guess what he said? He said gender is a spectrum.
Shit.
So all you people that were so wrapped up in science and you know had your head up Neil deGrasse Tyson's ass, okay? Guess what? Now he's telling you that gender is a spectrum. Now you gonna still follow him? When the Bible clearly says male and female, all right?
I do got spirit, so.
You gonna tell me a chicken came from a T-Rex when the Bible tells you there's a flesh of snakes or what have you? What is
Flesh
that?
of flowers. Flowers,
Fowls, yeah. There's a separate flesh for birds and a separate flesh for beasts. All right. So a snake and a bird is two different. How the fuck it came from a T-Rex?
Let me say real quick, think about this. You're not gonna fear a power that could create a bird that eating up a dead flesh. Think about that. You're not gonna fear a power that created a bird, a buzzard, a hawk to eating up a dead flesh. You look at the buzzard. The buzzard is bigger than this right here.
Yeah, vultures.
Vultures.
Or Jamaica Drunko.
Those vultures. The Most High created these birds, vultures and buzzards,
Which is
to
huge.
eat the dead, and they huge, man. You're not gonna fear power like that.
They have a certain inside that can just mash that shit up. Again, that's
Even
the most high created.
And then
piranhas.
yeah,
Piranhas.
and then they got
Fish.
then the vultures got red
Yeah.
eyes, man. You see their eyes? Their eyes is red. They look menacing. Big ass, big sharp beasts with sharp ass claws.
And they travel in packs. They're like gangs,
Yo,
man.
they travel in packs, man.
It's
They
scavengers.
birds, man. They scavengers.
They meant to clean the earth up.
The scavengers
the
of the
dead
air.
carcasses to clean that up. That's what they're for.
And then the dead carcass of the sea is the shrimps, the lobsters, the crabs, the oysters, and all that right there. The piranhas.
Tell your ass is number boom.
Tear you down a bone like this.
In minutes.
Like this.
minutes.
Minutes. I done seen multiple videos where people put in half a sharks in the water, and that shit is done within minutes, man.
Yeah.
In the Amazon River, a half a shark, toss it in the thing, and that shit is done. But you know what?
Now you can take
piranhas,
the bone out and make weapons with it.
piranhas and alligators and crocodiles live in the same water. Why you gotta ask yourself that? Why not piranhas attack crocodiles? Because their skin is fucking thick as fuck.
It's the most high, go ahead.
This is Colossians chapter 2, verse 8. It says, "Where lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit."
Vain deceits, man. And that's why so-called white man could prop up some bullshit. And you know what's our ultimate filter? The scriptures. You go back to wait a minute, the scriptures. 4 billion years old. Wait, what? What's that in the scripture? Carbon dating. The fuck you talking about carbon dating? Let me tell you something about carbon dating. This is why it's off. They could take a rock and tell you this side is 6,000 years old and the next side is 1,000,000 years old.
Hey, the earth is no more than 13, 14,
Now,
4,000 years old.
And that's what the scriptures tell us, that it's divided into 12 parts. All right, so yeah, man, this idea that the earth is millions of years old, the only reason the so-called white man comes up with that is so he could bring in the evolution bullshit. Yep.
It says, "Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men."
Yeah, be also careful of them guys that go into these scriptures, go into the scriptures and start spewing out their own bullshit philosophies, man. Oh, we in a new covenant now. Well, why am I still getting sick? I'll get back to you. You know what I mean? What other bullshit they talk about, man? What other madness they talk? RFID microchip is not the chip. You can take it. You know.
Dismissing Yahweh Shai.
Yeah. We don't gotta know the
We
name
don't
of the
have
Lord.
no chariots.
They saying that now?
No, I said we don't have no chariots. If we was in the, the new, if we was in a
Oh, right.
Covenant new bodies, yeah. It says,
My back hurt
after
now. Go ahead, bro.
it says after the rudiments of the world and not after a Mashiach.
Yes, taking philosophy as the world. I'll give you a great example. Hell. Hell, that's Greek mythology, but they mingle that with the scriptures. Now, some guy, what was it? The elder Menachezakwa, he sent me a screenshot saying that GMS is wicked, teaching that there's no hell. I'm like, damn. So you telling me, here it is, bro, you done suffered your whole life on this wicked ass planet, now you gotta die and suffer forever? so like, motherfuckers merciless, man. You done caught all types of hell on this shit. You're dead, you're like, fuck, it's finally peace. Nope. Now you gotta suffer for all eternity.
That's some bullshit. That ain't nothing but a bunch of bullshit.
But that don't match because you're not on earth for all eternity, right? So why would your judgment be all of eternity? Like, what the fuck kind of shit is that?
Esau ain't even gonna go through that all eternity, man. He gonna get Lord got mercy, he gonna put him to death after this.
But that's the thing though, Yahweh Shem Yahshua is a merciful power. So the concept of hell is not merciful. So how the hell could that be the way of the Lord?
This is Revelation 20 and verse 14. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire.
How the fuck does that happen? How does death and hell get cast into hell? That would be confusion. But there's no confusion with the Most High. Remember, Proverbs 4:7, with all that getting is get understanding. Read it again, let's break it down with understanding.
Revelation 20 and 14. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire.
That is going to the nuclear destruction. Okay? That's what it's going to, alright? This place, this hell, because hell is a condition played out on earth. Alright? You ever heard the saying, a white man's heaven is a black man's hell?
Yeah.
Okay? It's conditions played out on earth. Alright? The fact that you gotta pay child support, that shit's hell.
Okay.
You find out the kid's not yours, you still gotta pay for that motherfucker.
It's wicked.
Because your name is on that birth certificate. That's hell. That gotta get cast into fucking lake of fire, man.
But in Tennessee, they passed a law that it's mandatory at the birth. The man gotta be there, and they got a DNA test
Gotta do a DNA test.
to take the. And women are protesting that, and it's passing on to Florida and all these different states.
Yeah, why they protesting that?
The alimony law in Florida and all that, because now what they protesting because they don't want it to come in because of the simple fact that a lot of women, I tell you, 70% of these people, of these women that say that this man is the father is not the father.
It's 90% in Jamaica.
God damn.
I was just
Really?
Yeah, 90%
That's
in Jamaica.
90?
90% of kids are jackets as they call them
Jamaica have
jackets.
the highest level of paternity fraud in the world.
Damn!
In Jamaica, highest in the world. And there was a politician guy who came up with a law. He said that, listen, want them to do DNA test. And everybody was like, no.
Or the women, not no men, right?
Yeah, the woman, they don't want that.
90?
Yeah, that's what
that
I do.
shit
That
is.
dude-
France.
That dude
Highest
killed
in the world, yo.
That dude killed 60. That dude killed that woman that he had 6 kids with.
Well, he thought he had 6 kids.
The way he thought he had
He
kids.
beheaded her.
And you know what she was doing? She was going to his job talking about you not paying for your kids, embarrassing them. Find out that none of those kids was his. None. 6. You owe us 6. So 6 other niggas is just let off her. You take care of it.
Sucker.
Like even for me, like when I had my son, I didn't sign a birth certificate until after 3 or 4 months when I did a DNA test.
I gotta do a DNA test. I don't give a
Straight
fuck.
up, I waited. Like I was still around, but I was like, I'm not signing nothing. And my brother, he popped out too. I said, wait until you take a DNA test. Don't sign nothing.
I remember when I remember back on my old block. This nigga I know, his name was Roscoe. Now Roscoe was fucking some bitch named Shamika. But Roscoe got locked up, right? Roscoe got locked up, and so Shamika started a relationship with some nigga named Carlos, right? They had a family together. Roscoe came out of jail. Next thing you know, Shamika's pregnant. Baby came out, that nigga Carlos was raising it. Guess what? Come to find out it was Roscoe's baby. So,
And she knew.
She knew. Nigga came out of jail, smashed her, and was ready to pin the baby on Carlos. So that's how these women think, pin the baby on whoever. You know? I'm gonna have the nigga that's gonna have the money, he's gonna take care of me, all right? But the man that I think that's gonna give me the best baby with, I'm gonna spread my legs to him. That's the world that we live in, brother. All right?
Damn.
This shit is madness, bro.
90% is crazy. That's.
But I mean, that's what they put on the words there. My pops put that on the thing on the WhatsApp. He said that he heard that 90% of the kids in Jamaica.
That's
It's not 90, but
It's not
still,
that much,
yeah.
they say.
But
It's
like,
fucking
but
high.
in a
it's over 50%.
High.
I think it's about 60.
it's like in a sense, half the kids down there, it's like your father is most likely not your father. Like,
Yeah.
And a lot of guys find that out because, you know, like
Maybe,
persons in
maybe.
America and in England, when they want to take up the kids, they have to do a DNA test. And that's when a lot of persons find out after taking care of this child for 10 years, 15 years.
Well, my pops,
You know what I mean?
my pops, I didn't know about my sister until she was 16. You know? I didn't know about my sister until she was 16, and my dad was telling me he didn't even know that he had a daughter.
Damn.
He didn't know he had a daughter until she was 16, bro.
and you know what these women are doing?
But guess what though? He got with that woman, dropping her off to her boyfriend. So this shit is wild.
This is Second Ezra, chapter 15, verse 6. It says, "For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth."
Yeah, there's nothing but wickedness, man. All right, that's wicked, man. To be put, you know, I'm gonna have a baby and pin it on whoever. I'm fucking 10 niggas. Let me see you. All right, you take it.
And you know what this lady said? I was watching Fresh and Fit. What you put me on to that? He was like, yo, what's your greatest fear? And she was like, I'm not going to answer that. He said, I can tell you, your greatest fear is you walking down the dark alley and some weirdo with a mask on rape you.
Yeah.
She was like, true. He said, what's a man's greatest fear? Raising a child that's not his. And then, you know what the woman said? She was like, he's a noble man. He would forget about that and that's raise the child. She was like, he said noble. I mean, that's your question. All right, so being that you talk about noble, all right, why don't you go downstairs and let him grab the nearest bum and let him wife you? She said, I ain't got time for that. She said, neither do a man have time to take care of a child that's not his. And she was like, and it's always the nigga woman talking shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's a noble act to take it, even though you deceived me. It's like even though you deceived me, and you deceived me and led me to believe for 3 or 4 years that was my son. I put my name on the birth certificate. I can't get out of it now because I'm trapped. But you deceived me, and you like, so I gotta be a noble person to take care of that.
Hey, yo, what about Maury? You had some bitches that was on there 5-6 times. Maury, this is him this time, Maury. Turns out you ain't the daddy.
And you know the crazy where the crowd and Morgan, that woman been on 7 times tested 7 men, and each time she come on there,
They boo the men.
crowd is on her side.
Her side. That's the nose, Bori.
They never look down at
You never look at it like, all right, now if I was on a Maury show, I was in the crowd, but like, wait a minute. This woman been on this show for 8 times, tested 8 different men. I'm the 9th person, and they're gonna boo me?
They show a thing to tell the audience to laugh and boo. It's a thing they direct the crowd to
Like
say.
see,
I didn't know that.
like
You know what I
seal.
mean?
Yeah, like the
I never been there.
You know that shit that
I got
applause
friends that
down
went on
there?
that show. I never went with them. I got friends and they was like, yo, they got people directing the audience wanna boo and win the clap.
No, that's what they do.
So I'm saying,
It's all for
that's
ratings.
not right. So you gonna boo me, and then you are not the father. She gets up, throw the chair down,
Start
and run,
crying,
and
run
throw
to
us
the back,
and
yeah.
throw herself on the floor.
And that
Right to
cameraman
the
is
back.
fast.
He be on her too. You having big obese women too,
And the nigga like-
running fast. And niggas start
Yeah,
dancing,
move,
niggas be
back
dancing,
flipping.
move, flipping, black flipping, getting into the crowd.
Because nobody
clapping
want to be
hands.
stuck with the hole. Nobody want to be stuck with the hole. Like damn, 6 niggas ran through your baby moms right now, and you taking care of it.
And I'm not even the father, sucker.
Yo, get
Sucker.
that all wickedness is but none of the wickedness of woman. So Rock 25, Bubble Sean. Hey, that's why when you take a woman, you're supposed to have a virgin.
That's right.
You know? Because then you know nobody else hit but you. Hey, this is why a majority of us aren't even having sex who having intercourse. Sex means to cut. What do you cut? The woman's hymen.
You just have intercourse.
You ever watch Ace Ventura, Pet Detective? With the
movie?
Yeah, the movie.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
second one with 2 African tribes.
That's the woman of Jim Carrey, right?
Yeah, and at the end of the movie, he got out of the tent. He's like, I quit the ocho. Why? Because Ace popped the bitch. He's like, she ain't a virgin.
He was mad.
And he was,
Running after
because he's like, that's what used to unite kingdoms and all that, man. Because she was doing a dance in front of him. They never showed that he popped, but he did pop her. Right.
I was gonna say they even show you in Animal Kingdom because when a new lion comes over and basically either kills the old lion and then run him out, he kills off his offspring. So he's like, I'm not raising your offspring to come kill me. So they even show that in Animal Kingdom. Anytime they come over, they kill off the cubs, and then the female is like, fuck it, like we gotta do it again.
We got a dominant male factor. This guy, he was soft. He came, he took us. So we gonna
Kill off the weak links. Yeah.
catch stoop. It's a bucket of shit in there. Go ahead, take it. Yo, cats are crazy, man.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 25, verse 19. I'll start at 17. It says, the wickedness of a woman changing her face and darkening her countenance like sackcloth.
You could look at a lot of these bitches and be like, these bitches are wicked. You know what? Like 50 Cent said this. He was like, if a woman's primary urgency is her beauty, more than likely she did some whole shit. Like if that's her main, that's the only thing she got going for is how beautiful it is, more than likely, brother, she did some whole shit, man.
Yep.
That's why you should never make that your primary factor and decide and determine should I be your wife or not, because guess what? Looks fade. And more than likely, you know, through her life with them looks, you know, swallow some kids here and there, man. Go ahead, brother.
It says, her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he hear it, it shall sigh bitterly.
Yeah, I mean, like you look at this dude, Russell Wilson, he's just mocked left and right. Because every minute you look at his wife, Ciara, she's twerking her ass out.
And she's doing all, and he's feeling, he's
all
feeling
into it.
But he's feeling some kind of way because you got a lot of these NFL players be getting mocked. They don't respect him on his
nobody
team.
respects his
The
ass.
last time he was with the team, they let him get sacked. They wasn't even protecting him.
That nigga got hurt, niggas was, Russell Wilson got hurt, the white receivers over here dapping another nigga out, just talking, nobody giving a fuck
They
about
didn't
him.
care about it. They say this dude was a simp, man.
She didn't do that with Future though.
Yeah.
Hell no. But I'm glad you saw that. I was
Future's
about
who
to say
she
that.
wants. Russell's who she with. Future is who she
Future
wants.
didn't want her. That man, get the fuck out of there.
Future
Future
was like,
ran
you
through.
with that.
You with that. But now Russell Wilson, she waited. You ain't getting no buzz until we married. Wow. I said, this nigga's a fucking simp.
Nigga,
man.
Russell
Only chick
Wilson,
that make
nigga,
movies?
Russell Wilson had a dream to go save her. That's what he said. He said, I had a dream that I had to go save her.
Yeah, we're safe from being a thought.
And
now
you
got
know
the-
what? When he went to her, she was on her knees praying, threw away that shit for about a good couple of days. And guess what? The real her came right back. bitches busting it open on left and right, man.
And then not only
Showing
that,
her goodies for everybody.
and then not only that, his teammates. Y'all seen him when that's why he left Seattle. Because them niggas wasn't respecting him. Now his new team, they ain't respecting him. He went to Seattle, the last year he was there, yo, he got sacked about 5 times, and the offensive line, they was just talking to the opposition that sacked him. Talking to him like, the nigga that sacked him, he probably saying, good hit, nigga.
They ain't care about losing the game.
Clapping everybody up like this, like put their hand out, niggas just walking by like, we tired of your shit. We want to win.
Go ahead, man.
It says, verse 19, it says, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman.
Yeah, and you know what too? I was having this discussion with my woman because they fucking asked my woman, yo, if your man cheated, would you divorce him and or leave him or what have you? And she was like, if we have kids together in a marriage, I'm not gonna break that up because I don't want my child to be raised without a mother and a father. I don't want him to raise with both parents. And then some of them will kind of give him a backlash, a nigga woman. And then my woman was pretty much just like, why would I end it than to go fuck a stranger?
And be with a stranger.
But this is why I'm saying that, but to a woman, that makes sense. I'm not happy. So since I'm not happy, I'm gonna destroy a whole relationship, fuck my kids, fuck whatever my husband at the time is about to go through.
I'm gonna be selfish.
Just for her feelings.
I'm gonna be selfish and I'm gonna be selfish and hurt my kids because it's not only going to affect. It's going to affect the husband. It's going to affect the children. And for your own selfish purpose, you would do away with all that. That's because you feel like you bored.
Let's say, for instance, they have a certain age where they can make a new family. All right, she leaves her husband. She got kids. She go get the new dude. Now it could be animosity between the two kids. One might be like, one might be like they receiving more than the other.
That usually happens. That usually happens.
Yo, bro. Bro, the likelihood of the degeneracy increases tremendously when you take the father out. And the woman, she can't think logically. See, a man would say, yo, man, I can't stand this bitch, bro, but I'm going to stay with her because my son. But a woman would not think like that. She's like, I'm not happy. And there's even videos on TikTok of bitches saying, hey, even if you're perfectly happy, there's nothing wrong with filing for divorce.
That's right.
That's the message they spreading.
It says, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her.
And the scriptures tell you she was the beginning of sin. If you heard, we all died. These bitches are wicked, sinful women, man. And think about it. When women walk by, we doing this work, we're spiritual, but as a woman walk by, you see them down there, the first thing that comes to your mind is carnality. How can I spread it and flip it around? What do you think I could try? It's carnal shit, but I'm being real.
That's you being real, bro.
But when I know some of these guys, yo, that sister gotta repent, like, yo, Rihanna gotta repent and drip. Nigga, if you have Rihanna alone, you ain't go. Scriptures ain't on your mind. You thinking, okay, now this position, that's what's come to your mind. That's what comes to my mind. When I see a bunch of women walking with tight things, my first thought isn't, yo, y'all should dress, but my first thought is, I want to put some seed in that and spread my seed. Then, after that, after you release that nut, then you come back to your senses, damn, yo, dress better and whatever. But,
You're right, though.
But I'm being real, but women are very carnal creatures, man.
It's fucked up.
Right, they're not spiritual beings. Go ahead.
And we see the product of going from the law. Because you have a lot of men out here not believing the scriptures, but at the end of the day, them fall victim to whatever coming through. A lot of guys in Jamaica don't believe the scriptures, but they're getting a lot of child that's not theirs. They believe in sleeping with an ex-man woman. And then that coming full circle back to them. So at the end of the day, this sure when we depart from the scriptures, not ultimately nobody happy, whether you believe in the scriptures or not.
And bro, think about it too. Like if women were just covered up like they were supposed to be, a lot of shit would also decrease, and if they were not, like think about it. If they were not allowed to come out at night, not travel by themselves, a lot of shit would be back in order, man. Now you can hit the streets 3 in the morning and see a bunch of you hear the heels clicking, tight skirts. Rape could happen. Anything could happen.
says as the climbing up a sandy way is to the feet of the age,
Damn, that's fucked up. What?
so is a wife full of words to a quiet man.
That's
God
difficult. That's difficult. Yo, you know what? I was watching Creed 3. A little spoiler. In Creed 3, his daughter is deaf. So she uses sign language. And I told my woman, I'm like, man, the world would be a better world if all women were deaf.
She got mad? She got mad?
Yeah, because they talk too fucking much.
She got mad, right? I know she got mad.
Yeah, she was laughing, she got mad, but I'm like, because the son is deaf, so the wife has got to use it, and Creed is you. I'm like, damn, that's just quiet and peace. So I'm like, man, this would be better if all these fucking women were deaf, man.
They still gonna make that weird ass noise though.
Last verse, it says, stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure.
Yeah, and you know one thing, beautiful woman is not a scarce thing, especially in New York City. You know, but guess what? Now they've artificially made themselves scarce to men because they're demanding so much. To where if you're not 7 feet making $2 million a day with a 10-inch dick, you can't even look at a fat bitch. That's how crazy shit is getting. Their standard is getting higher and higher and higher.
That's that
To
pride.
where even a woman that's like a, let's say, 8, don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. They're precious in their mind.
That's even the project bitches too.
Project.
You got twos thinking they fucking eights.
Bro, these women are becoming so proud. It's like, yo, what, you got, if you're not literally like fucking Superman flying out the sky, you want to impress these bitches nowadays, man.
Hey, so, you know.
Hey, with that, oh, go ahead. You got something more? With that, we're going to give our praises.
Yeah, how by Shem Yahushai by Shem Kakodash.
That belongs to the apostle.
DOA.